Hey ladies and jellyfish, welcome back to A.S.K's videos. Today it's going to be a quick video talking about my opinions on Ben 10 versus the universe. Obviously these are all my opinions, so take them with a grain of salt, but I just wanted to come out and give my thoughts on it, since I talk a lot about Ben 10 on this channel, and you guys probably expected me to do so. This video is not scripted because I have a few bullet points that I wanted to say, and I'm working on a lot of other videos at the moment, so I didn't have time to write a script. So this will be my unfiltered and unwritten thoughts. Sorry for not getting this video out a little sooner. I had plans to bring a special guest onto this video, but after a few days of back and forth, they ultimately weren't available to do this video right now. So this is just gonna be my solo thoughts on the film. Let's start off with the plot. The plot is about Ben accidentally going to outer space and entering the null void, where he meets Azimuth for the first time in the reboot, and has to fight some aliens to go back to Earth to stop Vilgax from destroying all of his friends. I will admit, the title is a little bit clickbaity in terms of what it means. There definitely wasn't a lot of Ben 10 fighting the universe, but I guess since he goes into outer space, they kind of had to manipulate that to make the title sound more catchy. Now, fair warning, I have not seen much of the reboot prior to this video, only the first few seasons, so take my opinions with a grain of salt because I'm not exactly up to date with all the continuity of the show. But looking at all the promo art on Twitter and some clips I've seen on YouTube, it seems like they're just trying to rehash the older shows and bring back some aliens from the other shows like Wrath, Jet Ray, and now Goop and Waybig. That's right, this movie introduces us to Waybig just like in Ben 10 Secret of the Omnitrix, and also Goop when Ben is in the Null Void. I think this version of Goop is actually a lot cooler than the one in Alien Force and Ultimate Alien, because the anti-gravity projector actually sends out signals that pulls Goop's body to it. But anyway, this movie also introduced us to basically the same concept as the Ultimate Aliens from Ultimate Alien, where Ben switches some key in the Omnitrix, which allows him to put on some armor on his aliens to suit up and fight harder, but it really seems shoehorned in and basically just rehashing the Ultimate in a kind of low-par way. If I wanted to see the aliens becoming cooler, I think the Ultimates would have been better than just putting on a suit of armor on the Heat Blast and going to town. We also get a cool version of Azimuth from the reboot. Now, I haven't seen the reboot much, so I don't know if Azimuth is actually in the show, but if this is his first appearance in the show, I think Azimuth here is actually pretty cool, and while he's not my favorite version of Azimuth, that would be the one from Alien Force, his voice actor is cool, and he gets some really cool lines in the Null Void. Now, as far as Vilgax is concerned, this feels a little bit like Alien Force Season 3 in terms of shoehorning Vilgax here, and honestly, Vilgax didn't really have too much of a character in terms of this movie, and I don't know how he is in the rest of the series, but if I'm being honest, if I was a kid, I would enjoy seeing him on the big screen, or at least in a TV movie like this is, and Yuri Lowenthal as Vilgax is one of the funniest casting choices of all time in my opinion. There's a couple of Easter eggs in this movie and things like that, which also bring this movie up for me, but overall I wouldn't give this movie anything above a 6.5 out of 10. It feels a little bit like a cash grab, and the animation isn't anything special compared to the show, but it did have a few cool moments and introduced us to some of the best aliens in the Ben 10 franchise, to some kids who are watching the reboot who may not have known Goop or Waybig from the other shows. While I'm not a big fan of the reboot, from what I've heard it's doing pretty well in terms of the plot and series in general, and if it stays the quality this movie is, I think it has a lot of hope for being great, although it's definitely not as good as the other 4 shows in my opinion. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Ben 10 versus the universe. Tell me all your thoughts on the movie in the comments down below, like the video and share it to support me and the channel, follow me on Twitter for updates, and join the Discord server to chat with me and a lot of other members. And if you're new, please check out my other Ben 10 videos, the playlist to which is in the description below and card above. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you beautiful ladies and jellyfish next time. Ciao!